Spirit Halloween, the popular Halloween store we see everywhere today, got its start back in 1983 as a small local pop-up costume store. It has since grown into a massive billion-dollar company which now operates over 1,400 stores during the Halloween season and is owned by the popular retailer Spencer Gifts. So today, let's dive into the past and check out the history of Spirit Halloween decade by decade and check out how it became what it is today. The very first Spirit Halloween opened its doors in 1983 in the Castro Valley Mall. The store was created by Joe Marver, who was a U.S. businessman owning a couple of other businesses in his life. Spirit Halloween was a second business to his Spirit Women's Discount Apparel store, which sold all sorts of women clothing in the 70s and 80s. He first got the idea to create a Halloween store after seeing a pop-up Halloween store down the road from his women's apparel store. He ended up creating what was first known as Spirit Party and Costume Company, which he created to compete with that Halloween store he originally saw. Throughout the rest of the 80s, Spirit Halloween grew up to 10 locations. It operated around the Bay Area. For the start of this next part, let's focus on a debunked part of Spirit's history, their Christmas store. First opening in 1987, Spirit Christmas Superstores was a store that would open 2 weeks after the Spirit Halloween stores closed for the season in the exact same building. It's only known that 10 locations of the store existed, and they only had it around until the mid to late 90s. Spirit Christmas was very similar to Spirit Halloween in a way, as it sold everything you could possibly need for Christmas, just like Spirit sold everything you could possibly need for Halloween. But since Christmas is a harder market to sell stuff in than Halloween if you're a pop-up store, these stores just weren't really able to survive, and I don't really think we'll ever be seeing Spirit opening a Christmas store in the future. Another big thing that happened for Spirit Halloween in the 90s was when it was bought out by Spencer Gifts. This happened in 1999 after Joe rapidly grew his business up to 60 stores nationwide, and Spencer Gifts is still the proud owner of Spirit Halloween to this day. And this purchase by Spencer's did bring one big change to the company, which was with their costumes. With the help of Spencer's, the store began selling more pop culture costumes, which definitely had a big impact on how the store expanded in the future. The 2000s was definitely a good time for Spirit, as with the purchase from Spencer's, they started selling more and more props and decorations, including animatronics. In this decade, they also started their themes. The first one I could find was their Haunted House entrance display from 2006, and after this year, Spirit would make multiple new themes each year to display all their new props and animatronics, and lots of these first displays were consistently known for being some of the best we ever got, especially ones in the early 2010s, which we'll talk about shortly. Also in this decade, the first flagship store opened. It opened in 2008 and was located in the same parking lot as their flagship store today. The store was where they filmed the U.S.A tours and was the first location to open. The old flagship store has now been replaced by a Wells Fargo, H&R Block, GNC, and Nail Spa, and definitely has a different look than it did back when Spirit Halloween took up the space. The 2010s was definitely Spirit's best decade. We got ISEs like the Clown Train, Last Chance Gas, Area 51, and the Haunted Hotel, and many more. This was the decade where we saw a large rise in animatronics, as each year they would bring in more and better animatronics as technology progressed. One big change from the 2010s was when they moved their flagship store. They moved it to the old Circuit City, just seconds away. This new location was bigger and has many uses. The main portion is used as their retail space where they have multiple ISEs and costumes. And then they also have a spot in the back which is rumored to have been used for product demo videos and website photos in the past. And there's also a portion of the building on the side which is being used as their call center. Spencer's also has their corporate office just down the road, which is also used for Spirit Halloween's head office. And this decade also brought us some new promotions like their 20% off coupons and their $50 Jumpin' Spider promotion, which started in 2011 as the first Jumpin' Spider was sold. Over the past few years, we definitely saw a lot of cool themes from Spirit, like how they started bringing back animatronics from the past, and also started selling animatronics with new features like digital eyes and servo motors. One big theme that happened that lots of people complained about was how a couple of their themes recently haven't really been that good, specifically 2020. Displays people just didn't really think was that good, and I can honestly agree with that. And also, last year they removed their 20% off coupon for September and October and replaced it with a buy one get one 25% off coupon. And also they removed their November 1st sale of everything 50% off and replaced it with 25% off. So there's definitely been a couple things in the last couple years that haven't really been the best, but I can definitely see the future having better stuff for Spirit as their 40th year anniversary is happening this year. So I can definitely see something big coming to Spirit for this year, and I definitely hope something big does. And I do hope that they bring back the 50% off November 1st sale and the 20% off coupon throughout the season. But Spirit Halloween definitely looks like it's doing pretty well for itself, and in another decade, it'll be so much different than what we see today. Spirit Halloween looks like it's on track to grow more and more over the next decade, and maybe in 2033 we'll see an even better store. But for now, the Halloween retailer is a go-to for costumes, decorations, and everything else you may need for Halloween. So with all that said, I'm Alex, and make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and join the Discord, which I have linked down below, and I will see you all in the next video.